Hi, this is Blake Angelos from Yamaha Corporation of America here at Sam Ash with the new MODX music synthesizer. It is truly a powerful synthesizer. So I'm going to play a few things that really show this off. The first one I'll play here is called Disjecta, actually. This one actually comes from my friend Richard Devine, who's a great sound designer who did a lot of the performances in here. And I just love how he programs things. There's all sorts of little Easter eggs in the control as you move things that you don't expect to happen. And they just sound so amazing because the guy's got great ears. So this particular performance has 7 parts. 3 of them are AWM style parts with a drum part, and the other 3 are all FMX. And boy, there's so much going on here. Just listen. Here's another of his performances. This is Drip Data. This is like a totally cool acid style performance. So this next performance I want to play is called FM Chill Out. This particular performance only uses the FMX engine, and I want to show a couple of things here. First of all, I just want you to check out how cool this performance evolves. It's got a lot of interesting things that hang over when I release my fingers off the keyboard. It has tons of very cool morphing stuff that happens with both the FM engine and changing filters and effects in real time with the macro control with the super knob here. But what I also want to show here is a feature that we added to MODX that's called Rhythm Pattern. It's actually a dedicated button. Now you could do this in montage, but it's just so much easier to do it here to have this dedicated button. So what I'll show you is I'll play this performance and then I'll add a cool drum groove. Remember that inside of the MODX there's over 10,000 arpeggios. Arpeggios can be anything from synth lines, bass lines, but lots of drum grooves are in here too. So what I'll do is I'll touch Rhythm Pattern and I'll add one of those drum kits, and they have actually 8 different arps that you can choose from, so I can have different grooves and I can try things out. It's a great thing to use when you're trying to write music and you're just trying to come up with some inspiration. So check this out. First I'll play the performance, and then I'll add that rhythm pattern. So I've touched Rhythm Pattern, and it brings up Part 4 Rhythm Pattern. So I'm looking at drum kits right here, and all I have to do is select a drum kit, say this trap kit right here, and it brings up 8 different ARPs, the tempo, the volume, and if I wanted to search for inside the ARP database, there's actually this really cool category search for that too. It drops me into every single one of those 10,200 ARPs that are on board, and I can grab things there as well if I want to further experiment with different ARPs. But I'll just use the ones that program with it, and you can check it out. And I'll change some of the ARPs in real time. Check it out. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that's cool in this screen though is the envelope follower. So there's an envelope follower inside of MODX. And an envelope follower generally is where you have something like an input, the attack of something like a bass, feed that into an envelope follower, and that triggers the envelope of whatever effect. Usually that's a filter effect. Well, with the MODX, you can actually apply the envelope follower to all of the synthesis parameters that are out there. Some of them don't work really, but some of them are really effective and very different because it is basically a part of the synthesis engine. So I touch the envelope follower here and I turn it on, and I have this nice little shortcut display right here. I can assign it to a few things that it's set here. So I'll assign it to something like cutoff frequency. Pitch is a good one. You'll really hear that. So as soon as I start playing, what's going to happen is it will use the sound of that drum kit as the input as opposed to an A to D input, which you could use an A to D input. There is an A to D input right here with a gain control and a stereo input. I could use any external audio source to do this, or I can use an internal part to generate the source for the envelope follower. So check it out. You'll really hear this because it'll change the pitch of the performance. You can really hear that affect that. So let me play you actually a fully baked envelope follow performance. This one's called Polypad Envelope Follower. And what this one does is just following the filter. So you'll hear the drum part as the envelope for the filter, and it'll open it up in time. It's a cool effect. Check this out. So what was I doing there? I was changing scenes, and the scenes also have the ARP associated to it. When I change a scene, it changes the ARP. So you get the different groove that happens. When the drum groove changes, it changes how the envelope follower behaves. That is a super cool thing for just generating really interesting rhythm things. And remember, A to D input right here, stereo input. You could plug in an electronic drum kit, your buddy's bass, whatever, and use that to trigger the envelope follower. It's a really cool effect and just really musically useful.